Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and here's a headline from crypto media outlet You Today. Ripple and Coinbase shift 76.7 million XRP, while coin sits at 44 cents. But I thought that maybe I'm mistaken. I thought that XRP was supposed to go to zero. Suck it, Bitcoin maxi trolls. Look, I'm going to run through this piece, and it's fascinating because trolls will be trolls, but they're just going to look like increasingly like unsophisticated, knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing troglodytes with cashew-sized brains as this market cycle persists, because XRP is going along for the ride, I firmly believe. But, I increasingly am having a concern about being able to cash out. And I'll explain what I mean. Like, first of all, I think that this is something that, no matter where you live in the world, if you're an XRP holder, if you're in crypto in general, you should ponder what I'm going to be talking about here. But it's doubly, if not triply true, if I could make up a word there, for people in the United States. And I'm talking about just this idea of there not being a lot of off-ramps for XRP, and we might see some, let's just say, technical hurdles on exchanges. So I'll share with you my thoughts, but excuse me. I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just a dude that's on the internet who's named Moon Lambo, which is a stupid name, and you don't even know if I'm wearing pants. You do not know my current pants situation, so think about that. That's quite the trifecta. I'm on the internet, I call myself Moon Lambo, might not be wearing pants. I'm not offering financial advice, but even if I were, you shouldn't take it, all right? I'm just saying here. All right, let's jump into this piece here. Ripple, blockchain decacorn, and the largest US-based digital exchange, Coinbase, have wired a gargantuan 76.7 million XRP, according to data shared by Whale Alert Crypto Tracker. This amount is equivalent to $61.4 million United States dollars. Now, Ripple and Coinbase have together shifted $33.4 million in two transactions, carrying 21.7 million XRP from Ripple and 49.6 million XRP from Coinbase. Now, look, normally it's the case typically, and I suspect it is true here as well. When you see these transactions, a couple things happen. People think, why is Coinbase receiving or getting rid of this amount of XRP? You get questions like, does this mean that Coinbase is going to allow for trading of XRP? I fielded all of these questions before, so I'll just be brief here. On that front, Coinbase isn't going to change a damn thing about the trading status of XRP on their platform until they believe that there's sufficient regulatory clarity, meaning proper adjudication of the case of the SEC versus Ripple. And in the event where, even if we don't get financial clarity, because let's say there's a settlement, and there isn't sufficient regulatory clarity around XRP, well, it's a matter of fact that the SEC can't bring the charges against Ripple again. So even then, from a legal perspective, I'm sure that the exchanges would deem it to be safe to again list it. And it's not that the cryptocurrency exchanges wanted to stop the trading. No, that's stupid. Don't think that long, weird conspiracy theory lines. These are businesses that were making money on the buying and selling of XRP until they deemed it too risky from a legal perspective to do so. And I don't blame them in the least. I blame the SEC. I do not blame a single exchange, although I do applaud the cryptocurrency exchanges that are going against the grain on this and saying, no, SEC, we are not going to halt trading of XRP until there's been sufficient regulatory clarity as a result from adjudication in courts. And it just, I applaud them. I think that's much more brave because they're putting themselves at more legal risk, perhaps. Although they would say no or not because it's not a security and it hasn't been proven to be a security. But it's still, I'm just saying there's potential for additional litigation if this doesn't go the way that we all think and hope it will. So that's why the likes of BitTrue and Uphold and GateHub, they deserve to be applauded in my humble opinion. But, still, I have these concerns about being able to get out of my position ultimately. And so take a look at this headline from crypto media outlet You Today. It's Binance US suspends United States withdrawals and deposits as parent exchange acknowledges temporary difficulties. Now, for those of you that weren't around in 2017, let me paint a picture of what things were like. It's just... with let's talk Coinbase specifically, right? Like there was such tremendous volume that, first of all, actually let's not start with Coinbase. Let's speak in generalities. We'll get to Coinbase. There was such volume in the world of crypto in late 2017. There was such euphoria, and everybody and the grandma was talking about cryptocurrency jumping into the space. Cryptocurrency exchanges around the planet did not have the ability to onboard that number of people coming in all at once. And there were all sorts of cryptocurrency exchanges, including Binance, which today is the world's largest exchange by volume. They stopped accepting new customers. And so I was one of the few that was able to get into Binance, but before that happened, thankfully. And so I used Binance pretty extensively back in the day. And Binance is different than Binance US. United States citizens can no longer use the original Binance. Not that it functionally matters, but that was the case. And it's just because there's too much volume, and there's no way. Like I kind of don't blame these companies. Like, how could you have ever foreseen this crazy increase in people flowing into the space back then? So like, I'm willing to cut businesses some slack for what happened back then. But what we've seen in the coming years is that Coinbase in particular, mind you, like I like Coinbase. I like their interface. I have an account there, use it from time to time. I think the way to tell if there's you're in a bull market or not is whether or not Coinbase is live. Like that's the joke. They've become the butt of the like, and it's because if there's a tremendous rally, you can count on Coinbase going down effectively. That's time and time again. But it seems to me like even though these exchanges have had years to because look, they're aware of what happened in 2017. They understand that it's probably going to be even bigger this time around. They've had years to plan for this, and we are still seeing problems. And I don't think we're anywhere near the peak of volume, for the crypto asset class. I don't think we're anywhere near it. I'm starting to see a lot of interest pick up. We're starting to see altcoins, flying off the shelves, right? But I don't think we're at the peak here. We're already seeing problems here. That concerns me. Take a look at this piece. Binance US has temporarily suspended USD withdrawals and deposits at 5:02 p.m. UTC, as well as cryptocurrency purchases on its platform. And here's a quote. USD withdrawals and deposits, as well as ACH/debit purchases, are suspended temporarily for maintenance. Yay! And I use Binance US too, by the way. I use a bunch of different exchanges. But anyway, prior to that, Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world by reported trading volume, is currently experiencing temporary difficulties, according to its most recent Twitter announcement. Update, Binance CEO CZ informed his followers that the issue is caused by a very high amount of traffic. Well, how about that? And here is a tweet from him. Should be back to normal now, still very high load. And so I'm sitting here thinking like, what is the amount of like technical backbone that your servers and your whole setup has to have in order to ensure that the system doesn't go down as a result of volume? Like, what would that be? Give me your honest number, and then like quadruple that, and then since that's probably still not enough, quadruple that yet again, and then we're good. But apparently that's not what they're doing. Like, the truth of the matter is they need to like tremendously prepare, like beyond what they think is reasonable, or else they're going to go down. They're going to get caught off guard again. And if they're already having this trouble, holy hell. So this is a problem for people in the world of crypto the world over. But I'm even more concerned about individuals in the United States where I live. I'm in the Midwest in the United States. Today, there are 3 cryptocurrency exchanges where you can buy and sell XRP. So if I want to get out of my position and realize some profits and change, the risk, that exposure that I have just in a general sense, what if there's such tremendous volume and stress put on these 3 exchanges because the volume in the United States that would have been spread across dozens of exchanges is down to 3 now? That's my concern. And I know that these exchanges are aware of this potential problem. I know that they've been making changes because they've talked about, like in particular, Uphold. They've talked about how they've been upgrading servers, especially in advance of the attempted pump action, the pump group on February 1st, which didn't end up being anything. It ended up being a buy the rumor, sell the news thing. But they actually implemented upgrades, and I like, mind you, I'm not talking crap about Uphold. I like Uphold. I've made my position very clear about Uphold, but even they went down after these upgrades here. And that concerns me. So I'm sitting here thinking, so I've got a couple off ramps perhaps, and mind you, so like I don't even remember what the off ramp situation is like for GateHub. I haven't used BitTrue, so I'm gonna have to look into what that is. And so I've got right now Uphold, which again, Uphold's fantastic. Like I've never used them at a point where they went down. Like they don't have some sort of they don't have a reputation for going offline all the time. This is the first time I've ever heard of them going offline. And go figure, it's after all the other exchanges stopped offering XRP, and then there was this pump group. So like I'm sympathetic to people that weren't able to buy or sell XRP when they wanted to, but I'm also sympathetic for Uphold because we're all dealing with this together. Like none of us like what the SEC has done, but this has been a major factor. So I'm leaning on it. Now, if the problem persists, at some point I'd be like, okay, get your act together, But that's not the case. They just had one blip here, and hopefully they fix it. But I don't know what this is going to look like. So when I want to sell, am I going to be able to? I don't know. And it could cost me a fortune if I can't. That's what concerns me. So I don't know. I keep hoping that we'll just get some sort of settlement activity. And then that way, I suspect that all these other exchanges that have removed or halted XRP trading, that they'll just come back online, and then it won't be as big of a deal. There will be more off-ramps. And that would make me feel a lot better, but I gotta admit, like, I've been thinking about it lately, and I'm just like, this could get a little bit messy. So I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, but I admit that I'm a little concerned. It's not going to affect, whether or not I'm holding XRP. I'm seeing this thing through. I'm just concerned about potential messiness down the road. But I will wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.